Hi everyone. So here we are working on our pie dough. I have the dough separated and it's been chilled, two separate round little ovals. And then I'm going to put a little flour, so toss a little flour on your surface that you're going to work on. And then you also have to put some dough, some flour on the pan. So we take one of our doughs, and then we start working, and you work from your fingers to your palms. And then what you do is you do a 90-degree turn. Keep doing that where you turn it, gathering some of the existing flour that's on the surface, and you keep turning. Didn't quite turn out as round as we'd like, so I'm trying to fix it a little bit. And you check your crust to see if it'll fit well, whether you need to do a little bit more. And then as you start rolling it, you can also roll it up on your pin when you have to churn it to change the shape. And because it's used up most of the flour on the bottom, we toss a little bit more. And we turn it again to 90 degrees. So that's about right. So we'll roll it up on our pin and pop it in the pie shell. So now I'm just forming it into to fit nicely within here. Good. It's always nice to dock it a little bit to prevent air pockets from causing it to go. This is more of an issue when you blind bake. In my oven, the lower part of the oven seems to be hotter, so my doughs tend to brown pretty quickly on the bottom. So I end up putting it higher within my oven to make sure it doesn't get impacted. So now we're going to add the cup of sugar. You can be a little bit additionally generous if you feel like it wasn't sweet enough. And then we add the 1/4 cup of tapioca as the thickener. Again, I like it a little bit thicker, so I add just a smidge more. And then you just fold it. And as you can see, I rotate from the outside of the pan inward to try to incorporate all of the filling. And now that seems to be pretty much incorporated, even on the bottom. So now we'll put this into the pie shell. Now I also try to start shaping it, grabbing all the sugar And anything else that might have remained behind in the pan. So here you go. And try to compact it into a tighter form so that when you put the top on, it'll be more the shape of the pie than higher up. Okay, that looks ready to go. We'll put that to the side. Now we're going to go back to the lattice crust. Again, we're going to put down some flour on our surface, and we're going to put some flour on both sides of our dough. And again, we'll put a little bit more flour on both sides of our pin so it doesn't stick. And again, fingers to palms. Quarter turn. And you can flip it. So that's about the right size for the top. So now we're going to use one of these that has the edges on it that lets you make nice lines. I'm going to use a roll of parchment as my guide to determine how to set up my strips. So I'm going to start with the first one, make them about an inch or so. If you find the dough sticks, you can put your grater into your flour to prevent it from sticking. And then continue to make cuts. Okay, so now you have your strips. Now how are you going to assemble those onto your pie? You're going to take every other strip and lay out in the one direction. Clearly we have a little bit more room than expected. first round. So now that you have it in your pie, you're going to take every other one and flip them back. And then take your fattest strip and lay that in the middle. And return those ones that you just flipped up. Then you flip the next one. And you take the next round. Then you're going to do the next one. And there you have it. That's one side. So now you can do the same on the opposite side. So this one's going to go under, so that's the one that's going to be over next. And then the two unders. We're going to have the one that's over. You could hide that piece that's falling apart a little bit right there. Like so. And there you have it. That's how you can set up your crust. So now that you've done this, and you've got some loose edges here, move this down a little bit to hide it better. Maybe we'll fix this one a little bit. Put that like there. To extend the ones that aren't quite where they should be. Okay, so this pan has a bit of a lip to it. So what I'm going to do is start to fold under the excess dough that I have. Keep going around. Okay, so now what you're going to be doing is pushing your fingers like that to make a little groove all around. And that's it. That's how you make a beautiful lattice crust.